Oh, yeah. "13 minutes. 13 minutes until launch. Supposed to take off at 8:14 Pacific Standard Time. I know, right, Scramble? It better be. P9, quick. Smoke, Scramble. I'm gonna get off my ass and go outside here in a minute. Hey, Scramble, Smoke can't see either. Go figure.
We're currently T-minus 10 minutes, 18 seconds and counting. I want to thank the about 10.5 thousand of you who are joining with us this evening, getting ready to kick off the weekend in proper fashion. Good old work week, or maybe you're on vacation enjoying some R&R. Now, wherever you spent the last few days, hope they were what you were for.
Now we're outside.
Lots more folks to find their way into our live coverage this evening. Also want to thank a few more folks for your support tonight. And hello to I Am Lita, $5 super chat saying hello from the Antelope Valley. Beautiful night for a launch. Thanks, Will. Spaceflight Now for bringing us great coverage. We're very glad you could be with us tonight, Lita. I want to thank some generosity from our channel members. So thanks to Joe Howard for gifting us Spaceflight Now membership, and to one of our wonderful moderators, Calista Lee, for gifting Spaceflight Now memberships. Thanks to you both. And welcome aboard to Doug Dewsbury, joining us at the power leader level, along with Theodore Kittleson. Appreciate you both joining with us. Welcome aboard. We're glad to have you. And thanks to Cynthia Graves for a $5 super chat as well.
$5 super chat.
And as we're just under 9 minutes, we have live feeds now brought in from SpaceX.
see if it takes off today. Oh.
Taking a look at the breakdown of the Falcon 9 rocket here. So let's go ahead and take advantage of the SpaceX specs and talk about the vehicle. Of course, the top of the payload, or the top of the rocket, are the payload fairings, which encapsulate the unknown amount of satellites for the NRO. About 13.1 meters or 43 feet tall, 5.2 meters, 17.1 feet in diameter.
Block you.
That second stage powered by a single modified Merlin engine called a Merlin vacuum engine. Appreciate that assist. Produces more than 200,000 pounds of thrust. Speaking of engines, the engine chill down sequence on the 9 Merlin 1D engines is underway.
Pool's not in here, I don't think. I didn't see him.
Together they produce 1.7 million pounds of thrust. Burn a combination of rocket-grade kerosene or RP1 as well as liquid oxygen. The booster that is flying today is going for its 8th flight, tail number 1081 in the SpaceX fleet. And while it is fairly young in the SpaceX fleet, considering they just achieved 22 flights with one of their boosters, this has flown a number of notable missions, including NASA and the SpaceX Crew 7 mission, putting up a Crew Dragon spacecraft with a 4-person team up to the ISS and back again. Also launched a cargo Dragon spacecraft. Taking a look at the drone ship here, of course I Still Love You. It'll be the drone ship that the booster will land on following stage separation. This will be the 95th landing on that particular drone ship, and combined with the other two in the SpaceX fleet, this will be the 255th drone ship booster landing today. On the pedigree of this particular booster, in addition to those 2 Dragon flights, were 2 Starlink missions, Starlink 6-34, Starlink 8-1. A couple of Earth-observing satellites designed to monitor climate. NASA's PACE mission, which launched back on February 8th. And most recently, you see that Earth
There you go.
launched on behalf of the European Space Agency.
You're welcome.
And right in the middle was Transporter 10, a rideshare mission, launching back on March 4th. Just heard the call out for the strong back retract sequence starting. The clamp arms underneath the payload fairings will open up. Then the transporter erector with a strong back will recline about 13 degrees away from the Falcon 9 rocket. It stays in that position until liftoff.
Maybe, maybe not.
Strong back retract now underway. Start to see some movement of that transporter erector now. It does a slight leap back away from the rocket.
He said erector. Four minutes. Maybe. Be able to see it. It should be. It's still light out. Should see it, I think. Yeah, we can see it. Maybe? Yeah? Yes? No? Yeah?
Coming up on the 3-minute mark before liftoff.
Maybe?
At this point, we're coming up on the conclusion of first stage liquid oxygen load.
T60, you are going to not be able to see or
I just heard the call for that. The final fueling milestone will be the loading of liquid oxygen on board the second stage. which will wrap up at about the 2-minute mark before liftoff.
Not missing this one this time. Missed the other one last week. Yeah, we'll be able to see it.
Next row cruise on into the last couple of
Go
minutes.
scramble.
Folks for your support. We still have a little bit of time. Thanks to that Opal guy for being a channel member for 5 months.
Scramble.
Appreciate you sticking with us, the Opal guy. Saying best launch coverage on the planet. Oh, that's very kind.
What do you say,
Thanks,
Opal
leaving the
guy?
planet. Thanks, Will, and Spaceflight Now team. Well, thank you, that Opal guy. That's very kind of you to say. I want to welcome Richard W. to channel membership at the mission specialist level. Appreciate you upgrading there, Richard. Terry Darrow with a $2 super chat saying, let's get it, baby. Appreciate you, Terry. Lucinda Miles with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Lucinda. Appreciate your support. And another $2 super chat.
I don't want to go there.
You have a call from SpaceX that second stage lock zone is complete, at which point now the Falcon 9 is fully loaded with 1 million pounds propellant.
Nah, I probably wouldn't go on it.
Now less than a minute and a half away. What you're seeing here are the ground gas closeouts.
Get ready.
Onboard flight computers are preparing to take control of the Falcon 9 rocket coming up in about 10 seconds.
Alex.
Coming up, we'll hear the
Alex.
launch director give their go for launch.
LD is go for launch.
Go for
and
launch.
there you heard the.
There we go.
And that was the final go for launch, so we're now just about 30 seconds away
Scramble,
from the
say
liftoff
Alex's
of
name.
the NROL 186 mission. Less than 30 seconds to go. Let's go ahead and listen in to the final seconds of the count, and we'll be back with you on the other side for more commentary.
T-minus 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Ignition.
Woo! There she comes. That's what he said.
Vehicle is pitching downrange. Stage 1 trigger pressure nominal.
Uh-oh. Here it comes.
At T plus 30 seconds, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 4 East at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Coming up next, the vehicle will be passing through Max Q, which is the point in the mission profile where the vehicle will experience the greatest amount of aerodynamic pressure as it descends. Power and telemetry nominal.
I think it comes
Good
up
call out
like
there. We should hear
right
that
here.
call up for Max Q in about 15 seconds from now. Vehicle is supersonic.
Don't see it yet. Where is it?
Max Q. And there's that call out for Max Q. Coming up next, we'll have 3 events happening in quick succession, starting with MECO, followed by Stage Step, and then SES-1. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 Merlin 1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is where the first stage separates from the second stage. Followed by this, the MVAC engine on the second stage will light, which is called out as second engine start 1, second engine start 1, or SES-1. This engine burn lasting several minutes will propel the second stage and the payload to orbit.
There she is.
And in addition to these 3 major events, the fairing halves will separate less than a minute after SES-1.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for all of these
Ain't
events
missing this.
happening in about 30 seconds from now. And as a
There it
reminder,
is.
we will not have any views of Stage
Oh,
2
it's
or
going-
the payload at the request of our
Going
customer.
that way. There's Vader. Oh, it just detached, I think.
And a good ascent so far by the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. As you heard, we're coming upon those events in fairly rapid succession. You see Nico.
Can't hardly see it. God dang.
Call of stage separation. You see that booster separation there on your screen. And the last views we'll see of that second stage. As you heard from SpaceX, they will not be providing any additional views of that upper stage.
Their setup.
So we won't be seeing.
Can you all see her? They're separate. Oh, separated. Damn, why are they doing it so? You can't even hardly see it.
They have good fairing separation from upper stage of the Falcon 9 rocket.
There it goes.
Because this is a classified payload, that's why SpaceX is not providing views of the upper stage events. So we will be left with the booster from here to the end of the broadcast.
Fucking wind.
Those pulses you're seeing are the
Windy
cold
bitch.
gas thrusters, helping to adjust the attitude or the positioning of this Falcon 9 stage
I
booster.
lost it. I can see it in the phone though.
Making its way down towards the drone ship. Boosters reaching altitude now. They have just now reached
Lost it. There it is. You can still see it in the phone. Can't see it on the with the naked eye though. I think so. Can't even hardly see it. Usually they launch it later. What the fuck? Zoomed in.
That comes up at about T plus 6 minutes, 8 seconds.
Really?
That entry burn will see the first stage booster ignite 3 of the 9 Merlin 1D engines to begin to slow the vehicle down. In addition to some assistance from atmospheric drag,
70. Wait.
dropping the speedometer that you see there on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen.
74.
You'll note that in addition to not getting any upper stage views, SpaceX is also not providing any telemetry data from the Falcon 9 second stage.
Usually they launch it when it's darker. That kind of sucked, but at least I saw it this time. I didn't miss it.
Now, a little more than 6 minutes into flight, we're less than 10 seconds away from the start of that entry burn. A little bit of actuation from those hypersonic grid fins. Start of that entry burn now beginning. This burn lasts about 20 seconds.
Abort.
Conclusion of that entry burn. Coming up the next milestone, we're anticipating it's coming up at T plus 7 minutes 51 seconds. The start of that landing burn.
Now we get to see
Good
the
call for both booster and upper stage following nominal trajectories.
on the ocean.
Booster comes through some clouds there. Continue to plummet dramatically. A little more than 7 minutes into flight. Less than 50 seconds away from that first stage landing burn beginning.
Took off from Vandenberg, which is by San Luis Obispo. I don't remember. harbor, the town.
Falcon 9 now transonic, traveling below the speed of
Oh
sound.
yeah, scramble. It's gonna be landing on the
10 seconds from the start of that landing burn.
ship, the landing pad in the ocean, which is pretty cool. Where?
There's the start of the landing burn. Should see some views of the drone ship coming up momentarily.
Little feet look like yeah, it's cloudy out there. There it is. That shit is cool right there.
There go the landing legs.
That is so cool.
And by audio, we've got a confirmation of the stage 1 landing. Now we've got a good visual
cool
as well.
Look at
This
that.
booster completing its 8th launch and
Hoorah.
landing. This was the 255th drone ship landing of a booster and the 322nd booster landing. Taking a live look inside of the control room there at Hawthorne, California.
Hawthorne. I wish I was there. Probably would have heard it from there.
SpaceX about to peel away from these views from inside Hawthorne. The next milestones, though, for the mission, even though they're going to peel away from our live views of it, will be the second stage engine cutoff, or SECO 1. That happened at about T+8 minutes, 39 seconds. There will be reportedly a second burn of that Merlin vacuum engine coming up at T+53 minutes, 13 seconds. That's a brief 2-second burn, setting up the deployment of the unknown number of satellites that make up the NROL 186 mission. Deploying at an unknown time because
cool, day cab.
it's one of the many things the NRO keeps very much under its hat. Before we go ahead and close things out with our mission stats, though, there were quite a number of folks that were jumping in the live chat, so I want to go ahead and give you your kudos before we turn to the conclusion of our broadcast.
Okay, that's it. That was exciting. Still see it, but you can't see the, you can usually see it. Kind of. Anyway.
Chat, thank you, Barbecue. Asking for a shout out for his dad, Jason W. Jason. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. And kudos to the good kid you raised.
Kiki. All dirty.
Thanks to our member Chris Curry for a $2 super chat saying, let's go, as we were cruising on into liftoff. Same bit of support from Matthew Linton. Thank you this evening. Artemis joining in with quite a bit of generosity on two fronts. First off, gifting 50 Spaceflight Now memberships. Thank you, Artemis. And to our newest 50 channel members, welcome aboard. We are very glad to have you with us. And just note that when someone gifts membership, it is randomized as to who gets it. So if you're still with us live and someone feels some generosity in their heart, you never know, you might just be able to become a channel member, get access to discounts at our online shop at shop.spaceflightnow.com, access to our member-only videos, and the ability to watch all of our liftoff moments from the Cape in 4K. So I want to thank Artemis tremendously as well for a $100 super chat. Thank you, Artemis, who says, better late than never.
Really
Appreciate that, Artemis, support at that level.
Okay.
Good to see you this evening.
Okay.
Michael McBrory for the $5 super chat, one of our other wonderful channel members. Thank you, Michael.
I still see it.
Aiden Sullivan with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Aiden.
Anyway.
Paul Norwood's joining with us.
With that pretty car right there. Oh yeah. See, Scramble? That's a real car right there. I might be adding to the collection too. We'll see. Anyway, well, that's it, I guess. Narc, you be nice. I know you're trolling, but it's funny they fall for it. He doesn't have to change his name. I don't know. I don't know why he does. That's all I'm gonna say on that. Go back into that. That was exciting. Hey, Karma. Okay. Alrighty then. Oh, now my back hurts. Oh my god. Those day cabs beat me up. Good ones are. Yeah. 21, change your name back to T21. Just saying. We're in the dungeon. Trump 2024. Yes. Let's go, Brandon. Did you hear Trump called him Brandon? Yeah, that was funny. Fool could do that. No, he can't, because he's way the hell over there. Over there in Sweden. What the fuck? They changed the menu again. Fucking idiot. Fucking YouTube. You're now a moderator. Flatbed trucker. I need to get me a gimbal. A gimbal. Anyway, that was exciting. I'm gonna get out of here at 30 minutes. Countdown. Y'all be good. Adam, you missed the rocket launch. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all be safe. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See ya. Cowboy route.